What's up, everybody? I have returned. I disappeared for a long time, not because I wanted to, but just things happen in life, and I wanted to focus on my other channel, and I really don't too much care for making real videos anymore. I'd rather just read a book and talk about it, or talk about my thoughts on things. So here I am. I actually been meaning to get this video out before, but I'm lazy. So anyway, that brings us back to this Forsaken Gods. This is one of the first independent comics I got to, because I don't know if you guys could tell, but I was definitely getting burnt out by Marvel Comics as of late. So I started buying old books, old trade paperbacks and whatnot. And I'm kind of just independent comics and manga only right now, which is sad, but hey, they did it to themselves. Anyway, so we get here to Forsaken Gods by FresherLuke, who's actually a decent guy. I had never interacted with any kind of artists or anything before this point, but I had to, because I moved from Fort Hood up to Fort Drum, and I had backed his book and forgot about it. Just completely forgot about it, because it took a long time through no fault of his own. And he reached out to me like, hey man, just update your address. I'll see what I can do for you and everything. And this book is good. It's good. It's solid. It reminds me a lot of some of that classic anime, like the Slayers, kind of, but other stuff too. Like I don't know what, because I don't really like fantasy stuff. But I'm not really gonna waste much more of your time. Let's get into it. Number one, why should you read this book? You should read this book because it's got great art. You could tell he cares about what he's doing in here. He's setting up a world, even if this story is a slow burn, because that's what my issue with it is that it is a slow burn, but the promise of the world that he's building inside of this book, it kind of makes up for the slow burn. So I understand. Plus you get a lot of pages in this thing. There's a lot of pages, and I had the digital version first, so I didn't even bother to open this one up, but you actually get more extras in the physical copy than you do of the digital copy. You get a couple of probably covers. I'm not sure. Most great, some not my style, not my cup of tea, whatever. But it's a good, solid opening. He's got some lore that as soon as you open this up, you get into. So it says, in the end, your gods will forsake you, but I will always be here. Ominous, but not too ominous. Okay, so we get into this. This is the lore that we have, that we are getting established to right here. It says, come on, camera, focus. All right. Long ago, when gods ruled the world, there was a great war. Eventually, all the gods, the war, and the destruction they wrought faded away to the history of time and antiquity. But the weapons and tools the gods had created lay buried deep, remaining behind. And then, you would expect it to be like, this is the story of... No, but we enter... Samara, we're introduced to her. She might kind of seem average and kind of pointless at first, but I can assure you she is average. She's not pointless, though. That's the thing. It's too early to call her character arc right now, but when I was reading the character notes in the back of the book when he was designing her, it definitely says that he made her a completely average, normal person, so that you can see that, like, this story is a story of a girl who is thrown into a situation that's way too extraordinary for normal people to actually describe. And that's pretty much what you're getting in the book, because the book is about her looking for this treasure. And this is the treasure she's looking for. She's looking for this suit of armor, and she hires two vagabonds. I only know that the big dude, his name is Broban. That's him. And his little friend, who I don't know, but he gets his head cut off. And you hear his name exactly twice in this book. So that's how I figured it out. But anyway, she's looking for this armor. He's like, oh, you're going to sell it to make money? And she's like, no, I'm going to put it in a museum where it's supposed to be. And obviously that doesn't sit too well with these dudes. Now, the scope of this book is really great. Like it builds something cool. Like it reminds me of Zelda. Like my head canon Zelda, playing like the adventure of Link and that sort of thing, where it's like this on Nintendo, but your kid brain is like, oh man, this is what a dungeon looks like. Yeah, that's what I imagine, that this would look like. And this is one of my favorite scenes in the whole book is, how do we open it? Whoosh. Uh-oh. She randomly has a key out of nowhere, I don't know. That was just amusing to me. Anyway, they get into it. It's a mysterious cave of wonders, and they come across this, and they think that it's a useless piece of armor, but apparently it's a killing machine. And like I said, Broban meets his maker very, very quickly. And that's when the tone of the book just goes, it doesn't really go, because like there's approximately 2 deaths in this whole book. And what follows is a series of adventures, and it's good. First of all, when you talk about Samara, like I said, she's average, but through her own dialogue of her talking to herself, you find out that she just wants to be a great explorer when she thinks she's gonna die, like her parents. Her brother apparently chastises her about, putting her life in danger to go and uncover artifacts. So, she just lives for this type of stuff. Anyway, we come to the point where she meets, what is his name? Flame Knight? I forgot. I'll have to look in the back of the book. But anyway, it's a completely random chance. She like stabs her hand, but this gush of blood flying out is kind of ridiculous to me. After she literally just stabs her hand on it, it's like a prick, but then it's gushing. So, but then she just waves it off like nothing happened. So, I don't know. He wrote it and he drew it himself. So, you'll have to get with him to actually figure that out, because usually I'd just say, oh, it's probably the artist. Sorry, this book has really good paper, and because the paper is really good, it's really good quality paper too, but because it's really good, it's hard to hold this book and film at the same time. So I won't really ruin this for you, because there's approximately 2 deaths. There's I want to call it a giant robot fight scene, but it's not a giant robot fight scene. It's come on, focus. Hold on. Not sure why it's not focusing anymore. There we go. Okay. See, look, I just randomly opened up and someone's definitely got ended. So anyway, there's a fight scene. It's a pretty cool fight scene. My only gripe with it is that I don't actually, sometimes it can be a little bit hard to tell what's going on. And it's not really his fault. He's trying to show 2 larger than life beings fighting each other. It just it happens so fast that you don't really, like this scene right here, I didn't understand what was happening in it. But anyway, I only got 10 minutes for this. So this book was definitely good, and it was $22. I'm pretty sure if he has some more, you could do yourself a favor and get this. The pacing is a little bit slow, but like I said, he's building up to a good world. I recommend this. See ya.